Huddle House is a self-distributed restaurant chain. We have roughly 350 locations throughout 23 states. When you think of Huddle House, you think of this restaurant chain, but distribution is the other half of our business. We have one distribution facility for the entire country here in Atlanta. We distribute out of 70,000 square feet. We ship out of 3 different temperature environments. We have an ambient environment, we have what we call our cooler, and we have our freezer. We ship roughly 60,000 pieces per week, and we distribute roughly 650 SKUs. Literally everything that our restaurants need to operate, meats, produce, dry goods, supplies, all come directly from us. We implemented High Jump Warehouse Edge back in 2014, and at that time, we implemented an RF scan-based pick fulfillment technology. I've been a firm believer for years and years that voice was in this environment where you're doing unique case and each picks for every transaction. The scanning over all of those unique picks can become very cumbersome. And whereas voice doesn't impede that flow in any shape or form, we came to the conclusion that it was just inescapable. Voice was the way to go for our operation. So we got approval in late 2016. We got the project kicked off and rolling in a matter of days. From an implementation standpoint, the 2 gentlemen that were here to do the implementation were fantastic. They absolutely understood the product in and out, not just from a user perspective, but from a database perspective. So the implementation and the execution of integrating it into WMS was seamless. And what was interesting to me is the flexibility of voice. So I could actually implement a user at a time onto voice. So the people on the floor loved it, and my impression was we just gave our people the absolute best tool we could possibly give them. We had a couple of guys who were struggling with the RF technology, and we said, we're gonna start with you first. And these were guys who were, there were 2 guys in particular who were right on the edge. We didn't know if we were gonna be able to keep them. We didn't know if they were gonna make it. Voice made them excellent selectors. We started with them. We implemented immediately with those guys. We trained them literally for an hour, and they got it. After we trained the first guy or 2, that first selector or 2 was a convert immediately. And all the other guys who were still wearing the big RF and the scanning were seeing these guys who were inferior selectors to them yesterday, keeping pace with them and even surpassing them. And everybody was like, when's it my turn? When's it my turn? When do I get to go? So there was an enthusiasm for it.
Definitely made my guys better. It made them faster, they're more precise, picking the orders, so less errors, less money we have to spend on FedEx. It's great.
I like the speed, I like the fact that you can go fast. It cuts down the mispicks, so that's all I care about.
We were fully live a month and a half before the original projection because it was that easy to train and assimilate. I cannot stress enough how easy this implementation was. The benefits to voice were very clearly full hands-free, range of motion, no impediment. The accuracy of having someone speak to you and tell you what to do. I have found that our eyes lie to us significantly more than our ears, and that's really what it was. The speed and the accuracy of voice was just far superior to reading a screen and scanning with RF. From an accuracy perspective, when we went live with the traditional check digit methodology, and we found because of our small SKU size that it was way too easy for our selectors and warehouse personnel to memorize, and we were having issues of them calling it without being there. So we actually paired ring scanning with voice so that they would have to physically be in front of the position to make the pick. And what we found when we did that almost immediately is our error rate got cut in half. We went from roughly 1 in 1,400 cases having an error to 1 in almost 3,000 cases. Using voice with High Jump Edge is seamless. I don't recognize often that there is a difference between the 2 systems. If someone came to me and asked me if they should integrate voice into their high jump solution, I would say absolutely do it. It is a tremendous thing for your business. You will absolutely reap all the benefits that you expect and many more that you're not counting on.